Hey guys, that time again. This past weekend was pretty slow. Um, Dustin actually got to look at a few bucks. I'm going to try to get them into next week's footage along with, or next week's episode along with Darren's. He was out all day today, had the day off. So other than that, I had a slow weekend. I moved stands twice. Did get to see some deer. I mean, I got to see some movement, but other than that, nothing special. Sunday night, though, I did have a mature buck, very big buck, definitely a shooter. He came by past shooting hours, and I didn't have camera light, unfortunately. But that's how it's been going so far. This weekend, it's looking good for me. Wind-wise, I hope I get to hunt my draw stand. That's where most of my trail cameras have been. And actually where I've seen the most deer on stand, and it's the smallest chunk of property that I've ever hunted. Ever, actually. But other than that, we're going to get to the footage here from this past weekend, and I hope to bring something better for you for next week. But I guess we'll see as the season goes along. It's either going to get easier or it's going to get tougher. I'm hoping for the easier side of things, but we'll see how it goes. Freaking squirrels. Good morning. It is the 5th of November, and it is my first time in the tree for the month of November. I'm on a 40-acre patch thanks to my buddy Lane. He allows me to come out here. I don't really have that much ground to hunt this year, so fortunate to know some pretty good people. See what happens this morning. It's pretty quiet out. Not much wind, so I'm going to keep this short. This afternoon, Dustin and I are going to do a hanging hunt up on a larger chunk of property that he's got, that some family owns. So, I'm expecting more activity this afternoon just because of the location change. But you never know. This 40 acres is hit and miss, so I'm hoping it's a big hit this morning. It's certainly cold enough, and I've seen bucks on their feet all week throughout the day, so we will see what happens. Well, it has definitely been a miss so far this morning. I've not seen a deer. I'm going to do a little rattling sequence here. There is another hunter that's down the hill. I heard him doing a little bit of calling, but it wasn't really that aggressive, and well, I haven't seen anything come from that way or heard anything in that direction, so I'm wondering if he's seen something and he was trying to call it in. So I'm going to try a different tactic and see if I can get a little more aggressive with the antlers and see if that changes anything. But other than that, I haven't seen anything. Barely a squirrel. Been kind of dead. But I'm going to get to that rattling sequence, and then I'm going to sit quiet for a while. And then I'm probably going to head out, get some stuff packed, and then see what Dustin's up to, see if we can get ready to do that hanging hunt for this afternoon. But if anything shows up, I'll get back to you, and I'll show you it here. But if not, we'll get back to you this afternoon for sure. So we will see what happens. Well, it's the afternoon of the 5th. We are, or I am, set up, I guess I should say. Dustin's about, 400 yards or more to the more or less north of me. And we're kind of just guessing on a few spots just according to where the deer have come from or traveled. So we're hoping this spot we're works. It took me a while to get set up, and I sweated my butt off to do it, but you know, it is what it is for now. It's the rut, so we don't really know which way they're gonna come from anyway. The wind is kind of swirling now that I got set up, but no way I'm tearing down now, so we're just gonna set up and see what happens, I guess. So hopefully we can show you some action tonight at least, whether we get one or not. So we'll get back to you periodically throughout the afternoon. We got, a good 3.5 hours to sit, I guess. So, like I always say, all we can do is see what happens. So, we're gonna sit here and do that then. Well, that was a pretty nice encounter. Not a shooter buck, but the biggest one I've seen on his feet while I'm hunting. And he actually walked by the tree, or the group of trees that I think I should have set the stand up in, and I thought of that after I was already comfortable. But maybe tomorrow afternoon, after the morning hunt, I'll drop this and just bring it over there. They seem like they like to hug that ridge, and then I'd be able to see both ways on the ridge and almost in every direction. Well, it's shortly after 2:30, and I did another hanging hunt. I hung it earlier today, and then just got in, just getting set up, and just cooling down, a little longer walk. So sprayed myself down again. Hopefully that'll help me out. The wind would be wrong for this stand, but it actually hits this ditch here in this with a south, any type of south wind, as long as it's not west. It actually is shoving my scent over top of the creek behind me here, which is, I guess, good luck. We will see what happens tonight. It's a little dark, but it's gonna have to work. I'm done for the weekend. I can still hear Doom moving, but it's just been too warm. I think they're holding out till after dark when it cools off, but yeah, there's still a couple deer out up the trail from me, so. But anyway, I ended up seeing that younger 6 or 8, couldn't tell what that was, and then he ended up coming back actually. Then I seen a button buck and 2 more does. But there was other deer below me, and I could see one was a buck, but he wasn't very big, and I couldn't really get him on camera. And there was another deer down there, but never did see the full body of that deer. But anyway, done for the night. Going to try to get off of work Friday, maybe, and see if I can get into my draw stand where I've got all my pictures. I'm hoping I have the right wind. This south wind's just ruining my fun for the deer that I've been after. But we'll wait until next time and see what happens.